Hey there. So tonight we watched Lunar Pack for our Halloween Horror-thon, which just started early. The horror Halloween Horror-thon. We're going to watch some more movies, actually. And I'll be doing Fade to Black podcast again, hopefully tomorrow. So, but tonight, why is Fade to Black kind of coming back? Well, for a very special reason. And tonight, my guest host here for to review this amazing cinematic masterpiece was right here.
Up again.
So Matt's back. Cass is resting. She's got a bit of a headache right now. She was going to be in this one. She's managed to survive not being in this one. So me and Matthew are going to be right back, and we're going to talk about, well, what is it again?
Lunar Squad? Was it Force or Squad?
Lunar Pack.
Pack, okay.
Pack, because
Lunar group of people.
Yeah. This was one that I was originally going to do for the podcast, Spoiler Theater, but no. Just no. We're going to find something better for that. We'll be right back. So, welcome back to Matt, my son's been away in Ontario.
Have.
And is going to be going to film school.
Yes.
But unfortunately, film school got way late until next semester.
Nope.
So, the way that the schools are done in film school, semesters aren't the same as they're done like in a regular university, basically. So like once a year, technically, you can go.
Mm.
So, he has to start at the when's it, next October, right? Next October. So, have some time to hang out and have some fun. I'm glad I got him back for Halloween.
Yup.
It's his first night over. But I've known he's been here for a couple weeks now, but I didn't want to put it on here until I actually had him in the video. So, Lunar Pack.
So,
Go
Lunar
for it.
Pack, as the title would suggest, is a film that wants to put me to sleep. It's made by Hocus Focus Productions, because play on words.
Out of Focus Production.
And it's essentially a group of films with a horror hostess.
Played by Debbie Rochon.
Yeah.
I like Debbie Rochon. This wasn't a good choice for her.
No. Is it not cheating to, like, have a horror hostess be like, look at these gems, but they're your gems too, so it's just your movie, but you have someone saying, wow, look at these good stories. Well, it doesn't even qualify as a proper anthology.
Oh my god, no. One was like a trailer length.
One of them was the length of a trailer, had trailer text in it, and was just a fight scene.
And apparently, I looked it up on IMDb, and there was actually a feature-length film of this character, Dark Rose or something like that.
Yeah.
And apparently the girl in this short trailer thing was better than the girl in the actual feature film.
Oh, yeah, because, like, during the thing, the horror host girl is like, but she had this really nice long feature film at one point, and it was really good. Air quotes, really good.
Yeah. I really don't want to see that feature film.
No.
Apparently this short trailer is better than the feature film.
But, like, better doesn't mean that it's good. It was terrible. All of it was terrible. It had the worst effects.
And it kept getting worse through everyone. They're all done by the same person, I think. Like something Jackie Liquor.
It's like it's like LQE. It ends with like 2 R's and an I. I can't remember what it was, but liqueur. Liqueur. I don't know.
So
he makes the dastardly, like, brilliant move of at one point both writing, directing, and acting in one of them.
Yeah, who did
That's always a good sign. He was a detective guy.
Oh.
Who's like completely unmoved by the idea of werewolves.
So let's go to the first story first. The first story is about a girl about 700 years ago. These
I can tell you what the first story was. 700 years ago, they killed her family. Now, she's got a vengeance.
They meaning vampires.
I guess, yeah, vampires killed her family. And
so she stabs them with knives.
Yeah, she goes to stab one with a knife. And we get this, like, hilarious, like, I shouldn't have come to work today. Sort of like line where she falls over and she checks her her pocket watch, and she's like, I gotta get a new watch because she came too late and the vampire's woken up.
Yeah.
And then despite it saying that she's in a castle, they go out to the backyard
and they have a fight. I will also give him one bit of credit in the fact that I got it. This is the only one. That chick can do a decent flip. Yeah. That's all I got.
And if you're giving it credit, I'm going to discredit it and say someone needs to work on their audio. A lot.
The audio is horrible. Out of all the 3 films in this one.
Oh! Nah. I was...
Yeah. So number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Sheep's Clothing, it was called.
Yes. This is a really hard one to figure out.
By a hard one to figure out, you mean the host girl says what the twist is at the very beginning.
Yeah.
This detective is following a girl because her husband is like, I think she's cheating on me. And then the detective narrates everything really, really, really annoyingly.
I literally
discover
had to fast forward some of the talking scenes because that's all it was were these padded out talking scenes.
Is she cheating? Nope. She's not cheating.
She's seeing her minister.
Look, there's her minister, but that doesn't make him innocent. Oh, look, they're not cheating. Oh boy. She's a werewolf. The answer is she's a werewolf, and he's trying to help her get a cure or something.
But her husband's jealous, and
her husband comes in with the fakest shotgun I've ever seen and shoots the nothing at him. And then he gets murdered. And that's it. That's all that happens. Then Detective Le Director gets, slashed, but lives. And he's like, whoa, werewolves are real. That's pretty cool, guys.
And that's the end.
I'll get you next month. That's it. That's all it was. It was entirely in black and white. Just like my dreams tonight. Of this terrible, terrible.
And then there's the third one.
Oh, yeah. The third one, also known as Goes On Forever. It's called Cry Wolf.
This girl is with her boyfriend.
With her fiancé. And she's like,
get a job.
And he's
bum.
And he's like, well, that was kind of rude. Something happens. I wasn't watching because I don't care. Werewolf.
He goes use the washroom outside.
Oh, he goes use the washroom outside, a ways, I don't know, 50 yards away.
Maybe he really got a shy bladder. And
that gives a werewolf the time to mess his shit up and kill his girl, fiance, and then give him a super an off. At first, on screen. She's hurt on the ground, and he runs in and he falls on the ground and starts punching. And it's you don't see the werewolf on screen, so I thought he was just beating his dead wife for a bit.
That's what you get for nagging me for thinking about this.
The werewolf didn't do a good enough job. Tag out.
It's horrible.
So then, off screen, still the werewolf gives him a super uppercut onto the hood of his car, and some people arrive. We skip ahead a month. Clearly the werewolf is talking on the phone, and then they spend
the cop
almost half an hour talking about stuff.
For real. Press my phone there, just in case.
Straight up, almost half an hour of, I think I'm a werewolf. Oh, here's the thing. I think you killed your fiancé. But I also admit that an animal killed your fiancé. And you were in critical condition. So what I'm saying doesn't make sense. I'm clearly the werewolf. After a while of talking about how werewolves aren't
You're
real,
about to see in this movie the worst werewolf makeup ever.
I don't know
The worst
what
werewolf
is worse.
Oh no, that huge costume.
Oh yeah, that was really
And,
bad. But like when the girl in Cry Wolf is like changing, like the first bit of her changing, where she's got weird Cookie Monster face.
And she has like these little what are obviously those cat ears, like
Yeah.
headband that you put on. No, but this is even worse because it just they didn't even try. It's like, oh, we're gonna make this one. We'll stuff his shirt out, and it really was the shirt stuffed right out. And, like there's like the makeup was gonna smear his face. It's horrifying.
It's really terrible.
Ooh,
So long story short, he's a werewolf, and they fight because now they're both werewolves. And then, like some girl who I think is the guy's cousin.
The ranger. She's a ranger. That's the one he didn't want to work with.
Okay.
This attractive girl that's a ranger. That apparently the one at the beginning of it, like she's saying, you should take the job to be a ranger with with
your cousin. Was that his cousin? Was that supposed to be his cousin?
Well, some cousin stuff probably going on. Southern cousin stuff.
Because there's like the family was supposed to be the thing. She shoots the guy like 800 times after he picks up a confetti rock. And then I guess he dies just of getting shot 50 times.
And she says, "Okay, we gotta go."
Yeah, we'll bring you to the reserve, and you can kill roadkill. And he's like,
"Okay, then."
He's like,
maybe
only poachers. Only poachers,
He's like happy then. And why did she kill the other werewolf?
I don't know.
Because he made the mistake of poaching and killing some deer in the park.
Yeah.
It's because she's a ranger, see, so she's not allowed to kill deer. That's that's it. That's it.
And
so what do you think of the reach
around? This movie wasn't good enough to give the reach around.
Wrap around. Oh my god. This movie just fried my brain.
Well,
maybe that would have been better movie. I don't know.
The wraparound
horrible.
was awful, and the whole joke was that she had a lot of babies with the first one was with like Count Dracula.
Second one was with Creature from the Black Lagoon.
And then the third one, it took you like a couple of minutes to understand.
It was a dog.
Because like she feeds a rat after like spraying silly string from her mouth at like a really shitty fake rat over.
I'm not sure why. Was that supposed to be like a spider type thing?
I don't know. Just like streams of white came out of her mouth. I was confused. It didn't like address anything before. She was just like,
and it made no sense.
And then she feeds the rat to her other baby. And like it took you a couple minutes because she's like, I like country boys, and it shows.
She said that before.
It shows a dog, and I was like, oh.
And I didn't get it.
Yeah, she called the werewolf guy country boy, so she I guess had a baby with the werewolf too.
So her character's a slutty character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. You know what's spooky?
No.
Children. Single parenting.
There was nothing creepy in this movie. Let's get rid of our review of this film.
The effects were creepy. I mean, scarily bad.
Yes, the audio was atrociously terrifying.
I have a dime in my pocket, and I think I can probably make a couple more convincing effects with it.
With a dime in your pocket, you can probably make a couple of these films. It's really bad. I mean, I've seen movies on where people just use their iPhone, their iPad that are a lot better than this. Yeah, actually, you can do a pretty professional-looking film on your iPhone or iPad. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe at the time, in 2004, when it was done, right? 2004?
Yeah.
They really didn't have the effect stuff there, but no, there's no reason. It's a really horrible movie.
It's really, really bad.
The fact that he took it and did 3 werewolf stories might seem like it could be kind of a cool concept, but it's not. It actually made me hate werewolves. I love werewolf movies. Late Phases, American Werewolf from
I
London,
think
The
I can go
Howling.
for a while without seeing werewolves now.
Fuck werewolves right now.
Werewolves
I
are
apologize.
bad. And it's, you know what the worst part is? Like, it's not even, we're not even close to done. I come back, and you've got, like, 50 movie sets. And I was like, oh, those 50 movie sets usually, like, only sell old movies, like, you know, they're classics. And you're like, no, these are ones that couldn't be published anywhere else. Like, some sort of deal was worked out. And I was like, oh, that's bodes well, probably. The first movie we tried, we couldn't even get 5 seconds into.
It was called Nightmare Castle.
It was about Barbies talking to a sex doll. Well, a gross toilet paper robot flew through a ham sandwich on strings through space. We just looked at it and we're like, okay, what's the next one?
They could have, and there's also a flying kettle too.
98 more to go.
I can't do another one of those things.
One of them was called Reservoir Cats.
Yeah.
Which is an adaptation of Reservoir... You know what adapting another movie is called?
Stealing.
Theft. Reservoir Dogs is not a popular book.
Oh my god.
It's a Quentin Tarantino film.
They're not having real cats.
I don't think so.
Because in the Barbie... Look, we don't... When we're saying
oh my
Barbies,
god, there probably are too.
when we said Barbies, we don't mean like there's girls dressed up as Barbies. We mean there was Barbies on the screen. There's Barbie dolls.
They were the erotic Avengers.
Oh, so we thought we were gonna have to turn it off because Cass and we didn't want to like have it say anything like any serious.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be porn.
Yeah, so but we're like, oh crap, we're gonna turn this off. I'm looking up to see if Reservoir Cat says that.
Oh god. I think it has one.
Oh, this guy, yeah. So when everything has something. Yeah. Oh, it looks like there's actors in it. Oh god, it looks better acted than this.
Oh god, is it all girls?
A remake of Reservoir Dogs by Quentin Tarantino. No, that's not by Quentin Tarantino. But the noticeable difference that all the male characters are replaced with female ones.
Yeah, okay, cats instead of dogs.
Actually, looks better. Looks kind of cute.
Is that from it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be really bad. I can sense it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful. But it looks like it's got better actors than the other one.
The other one didn't have actors in some cases.
Debbie Rochon was in that, and I like Debbie Rochon. She actually writes for, I think, Fangoria magazine. She writes for it. But I'm pretty sure she did or she does. Anyway, that's horrible, guys. I'm sorry. That movie there was atrocious.
It really was. I see it there.
So I'm glad I did my dishes today because
it's the entire kitchen. These movies are going to be
painful.
Very painful.
No.
It's. Oh man, I'm glad this is what I came back to.
Yes, welcome back, Matt. Welcome back to
a warm,
fantastic horror films. This is his first night over, and he gets to see such amazing films.
Yeah, I get greeted by the Lunar Pack.
What else can you ask for?
Oh, I was so missing being here.
So, guys, we're going to go watch another movie. I got to get something to eat. We're going to be doing a podcast tomorrow. He's got a lot of cool stuff to show. He went to the Toronto Fan Expo this year.
I did.
And he got some amazingly cool stuff.
I did.
Which we are going to show tomorrow during the podcast. We're going to have the spoiler theater thing again with an actual more decent film. We'll be talking about some basically horror movie stuff suggestions. I'm doing Halloween horror suggestion videos, so he's going to give his take on that. Cass is probably going to be in the video as well. We can convince her to do some stuff, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
So right now it's time for tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for tea.
I sure do love country boys. She shows a chihuahua.
French country boys. He's wondering
what's it gonna be. I've never done this before.
Okay. Thank you for staying for the after credit sequence. And now for the next.
Next.
Let me do this.
What?
For the next 20 seconds,
What's happening?
Matthew is going to tell you things better than watching the Lunar Pack.
Guacamole. I've never had it. Watching anything else with the word lunar in it. Sailor Moon. The moon itself. Literally any other form of werewolf fiction that you could imagine. Ginger Snaps. I love Ginger Snaps.
That was a good movie.
Gingerbread Men. Those are good cookies. The idea of Ginger the plant in general. Luna, the cat from Sailor Moon. I know I mentioned Sailor Moon earlier, but also the cat. And Lunatone, the Pokemon. It's probably a better horror movie than this as well.
I kind of think that Evil Bong versus the Gingerbread Man
Is that really a film?
Yeah, it's really bad. But it's better than this.
To be honest, this is really going down there. But Axis of Evil, Puppet Master. Even
That's
Axis of Evil.
Still better. Puppet Master 6, Curse of the Puppet Master. Still better than this.
Still better than that.
Booga Booga. Still better than this.
Axis Rising, the other Puppet Master movie with, I think Axis Rising was the one with Kamikaze and Bombshell. So
Still
better than this.
watching The Room with your parents.
A loaded gun.
Watching The Room sex scene with your family is better than this and less awkward. There you go, guys. There are some things that are amazingly better than this movie. Also, clipping your toenails.
Yeah.
Too close.
I'm back.
Thanks for watching. It is time